U.S. Senator Mike Braun faces allegations that he violated federal election laws by accepting millions of dollars in improper loans during his 2018 Senate campaign. The Federal Elections Commission investigation alleged that Braun took $7 million in loans from banks during his campaign without proof of collateral, which is required by federal campaign finance regulations. The agency also said Braun illegally took a $1.5 million loan from his own company. Chris Gober, an attorney for Braun, says the campaign has provided evidence that the bank loans were above board.
We nonetheless trust that the information we've provided to the commission should sufficiently put to rest the audit division's erroneous position that these were not Senator Braun's personal funds.
FEC auditors and counsel maintain the documents provided by the Braun campaign still do not meet necessary requirements. We're joined now by Paul Helmke. He's a former Fort Wayne mayor and currently the director of the Civics Engagement Center at IU's O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs. Welcome back to the show.
It's great to be on.
Thanks for being here. You know, as we heard, Braun allegedly violated these election laws. Why are they so important?
Election laws are complicated, and we have election laws because, number one, we don't want corporate money coming into politics, and we want to cap the amount that an individual can give. What Senator Braun's being accused of is, first of all, getting $7 million in improper loans from banks. Banks are allowed to loan money to a candidate, but they're supposed to be commercially reasonable. Usually a candidate might get a second mortgage on their home to get more money. Apparently here, Braun got $7 million in loans without any security behind it. The Braun campaign argues that he is so wealthy that the banks knew they didn't need to get any security, that just sort of his word was good enough. The FEC seems to be saying they need to see more than that. They might not require security, but they want to see what the note was, what the interest rate was, what the repayment terms was. That's a very major question. If you've got $7 million going into somebody's campaign without a good expectation that you might get paid back, that would clearly be an illegal corporate loan. The other issue, though, is his own corporation put $1.5 million into the campaign. And this in a way could be even more serious because it's been the law for over 100 years, no corporate money legally into campaigns. The Braun campaign is arguing, first they said it was a loan or a stock cash out or compensation for what he did. Their story has changed, so it makes it a little bit weaker. What's problematic for the Braun campaign is the money apparently went directly into the campaign instead of going to him and then into the campaign. If it had been compensation or a stock payout, it would have gone to him first. So again, they're going to argue that maybe they signed the check and just signed it over to the campaign, but that's where the FEC wants more information.
So what are the possible consequences for Braun and his campaign now?
Well, this is one of the problems with our elections is that the FEC, the Federal Election Commission, doesn't have very much power anymore. You could get fined, some serious fines, but the FEC, the Elections Commission, is balanced politically, and what's been happening over the last number of years is that the Republicans will vote one way, the Democrats will vote the other way. There'll be a stalemate, and so there'll be no fines entered or very minimal fines entered. So the publicity, the fallout from it back here in Indiana might be worse than the fines he gets from the FEC, but they could have some very serious fines to the campaign committee.
So we have just about 30 seconds, but you know, Braun's been pretty vocal about election security. Does this look good?
I don't think this looks good. And again, they're arguing that they haven't gotten all their documents in yet, that it'll all be straightened out. But to have this sort of a problem, and there were a number of other smaller violations that the FEC audit came up with too, makes it look pretty bad for somebody.
Paul, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.